Good morning and welcome to Hyperfixation Investigations. I'm Josh, and I suppose you could call this a sort of bonus episode. What you're about to hear is a collection of conversations, snippets, and or bloopers that, for one reason or another, were cut from the first 4 episodes and have been recompiled here for your listening pleasure. Good luck, have fun, and I hope you enjoy our odd ramblings.
And to that connotation, persists till today.
Mm-hmm.
Witches are almost always ugly. Witchcraft always has some horrible consequence. And
Sure.
even in media representations that are not inherently calling it evil,
Sure.
there are a lot of these underlying tones from all the different cultures that had magic that were taken over by monotheistic religions.
Mm-hmm.
You have to question where your sources of information come from and who wrote the narrative, right?
Right. As much as I love the classic Once Upon a Time Rumpelstiltskin magic
Right.
comes with a price.
Right.
That's probably fairly rooted in that kind of...
Propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Though that's a classic... isn't that a classic euphemism for St. Patrick murdering druids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He also burned at least 400 ancient manuscripts and texts regarding the pagan and druidic ways.
Oh, good. A book burning.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there was a misconception. It's not as common now,
Mhm.
but in the 17th, 18th, 19th, the Victorian, Elizabethan eras,
Sure.
that the Irish were illiterate,
Okay.
which is not accurate. There are translations and texts going back a good couple thousand years of
Mhm.
high kings wanting things written down, histories recorded, things like that.
Right, as most cultures do.
Right. But, they
That-
love using the whole St. Patrick thing and the burning of the books and whatever.
Right.
know.
Anyway, they can say, look, we brought enlightenment to you and
Yeah.
betterment. That's a classic colonization after the fact
Mm-hmm.
talking point.
Yes. It's largely why also the Irish don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day the way the Irish diaspora celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
There's a lot more trauma related to it in Ireland itself.
Weird.
Strange.
Yeah, totally unexpected there.
But anyway, that's a whole different holiday conversation. So, we warned you there would be tangents. Is to chug his coffee. As if we haven't had 2 hours to drink it.
And it definitely hasn't gotten cold in that time.
No, definitely not.
Mm-mm.
This is why Kara drinks iced coffee.
I'm not a fan of iced coffee. Most of the time. It's fine sometimes.
He just doesn't like anything cold. Which is weird to me because he runs hot. Whereas I run cold and I drink cold shit all the time.
Hey, logic doesn't really enter into the sphere of enjoyed beverage temperatures.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, well.
It really doesn't because I'm wearing 3 layers of socks, a sweatshirt, a blanket, and I have a heated pad on my back, and yet I'm still drinking iced coffee.
Hey, man, whatever gets you there. One moment my mouth is too wet, the next it's too dry. I can't win.
I think maybe we have to institute a no dairy rule on days that we record.
I'll have you know.
We'll just drink tea.
My coffee was oat milk.
Yeah, okay, but that still has like
It's
the
still
ability
creamy.
to coat your throat
Yeah.
with stuff.
Yeah.
It just has less of a reaction than regular milk.
Yeah, I think we need to switch to tea.
We'll do just plain tea
Yes.
on recording days.
Hey, I love tea, all right?
I do too. I'm just
I'm
saying
down
we
for
have
that.
to we have to make a
Ooh, maybe a nice, like, white peach ginger tea.
for you, sure.
Pardon.
I'm a black tea girly myself. The Earl Greys and the English breakfasts.
Oh, don't get me wrong. English breakfast is a classic. Earl Grey, good runner-up.
It tastes like Fruit Loops. And I will fight anybody who says it doesn't.
I can honestly say I've never thought of that comparison.
If you smell Earl Grey tea and then smell Fruit Loops, they smell the same. Or like a London Fog latte and Fruit Loops smell the same.
I'm going to have to go
test this theory.
test this.
Yeah.
Oh, gods.
We
Okay.
should insert the asterisk caveat that I have a sensory processing disorder, so I could just be crazy. But
Well, you could be just smelling things differently than everyone else does.
right,
Yeah.
but I think Fruit Loops and lavender flavored things, and therefore London Fog / Earl Greys, all have a similar scent profile.
Fair.
Oh God, I'm sorry, that was a very loud swallow.
Could be worse. Also, that's what she said.
Yeah. My mom got this squirrel feeder the other day. So we have a column feeder for our birds and our squirrels in our backyard. And it's like meant for the big seed columns.
Mm-hmm.
And we were at Menards and we were getting bird seed and all the stuff. And she found these smaller, like hard suet almost columns that are meant for squirrels. And the hole is much smaller. But she was like, oh, I can just drill the hole and make it bigger and it'll fit on our larger birdseed column feeder. I don't need to buy a new, smaller column feeder for these things. And so then she spent, I kid you not, at least a half an hour trying to drill a big enough hole in this feeder, in this suet cake thing, to put it on the feeder. There were a lot of that's what she said jokes going on
Good.
during that whole process.
Good. I'm sure lots of comments about a tight fit. And,
Yeah.
If it would just go in. Yeah. Almost like I've heard these interactions 1,000 times before.
Yes. For those of you who are curious, my mother and I have a constant battle of that's what she said jokes going on in our house. So Josh gets to be privy to a lot of them.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Gods. We should probably start the episode.
Yeah, this is always what happens for the first 15 minutes before the episode even starts.
It's fine. It's good. All right, so let's...
Do you want me to cue you?
No, hang on. I'm rereading my own note here.
Oh, great.
Hang on, I need to burp myself.
I know. God, we're so burpy today. What the heck? It's almost like we both have acid reflux and we drink a whole bunch of coffee before we do this.
What?
What?
I also forgot to have my Parlisec until halfway through my oatmeal this morning.
I was going to say, if you didn't have one, there are some upstairs.
But I specifically ate oatmeal this morning because I knew we'd probably be recording through when I usually have lunch.
Oh.
So I was like, all right, oatmeal, good, stick to your ribs. All right, that'll be fine. And then I got halfway through and went, I forgot the meds. So it's probably just, slow digesting, wrapped in a ball of oatmeal. And
These are visuals I don't need.
sorry. No.
No, it's fine. TMI doesn't really exist in this friendship.
No. In the last, 12 years of friendship?
At least, yeah.
Yeah, 12,
I think 12
13.
is the... Yeah.
Yeah. We've discussed some wild shit. Yeah. But that's how it goes.
It is indeed.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And of course, I don't think I have much blackmail on you, but you definitely have enough blackmail on me that if I legally can never stop being your friend.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's just the way of things. You are a little more organized than I am. So
I am. Yes. I'm not going to say I have albums of photos that I would use against people one day, but I maybe have albums of photos I'd use against people one day. It's fine.
Oh, well. All right. Oh, I didn't like that. There are, of course, exceptions to this, but Ruth growth patterns.
There's like an image in the back of my mind that's trying to make itself known to me as a good analogy or metaphor,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just not coming.
That's what she said.
How long do you think it's going to be before Disney makes a movie based on mycelium networks?
Oh, jeez.
And the idea of mother trees. I mean, you almost have one in Pocahontas, though that movie is problematic in and of itself.
Oh, God.
But I can just see it happening, can't you? Of like trees communicating across a fungal network in a forest.
I mean, depending on what's happening over there in the storyboarding department, I could see as early as 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe even sooner, given how much it feels like they've been scraping the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, we just had a movie about elements, so I don't think it's really that far out of...
Oh, God. It may only be 5 years out. Well, and they keep making live-action remakes.
Yes, that too.
Of classic animated movies. I'm gonna cry, and not in a good way, if they make a live-action Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
Because I love Treasure Planet. Keep it in animation, please. Don't... I just want the original Treasure Planet 2. I don't want a remake. Give me Treasure Planet 2, Disney.
Yeah.
Ah. This week. Ah. 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 Ah.
Good.
Thank you. Oh, it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting the Saturday sillies out there, you know? Hello, and welcome back to the... Well, fuck. The way I said that hello, my brain went to Chantilly lace.
Very good. Very good.
I might still do that, but I have to have my brain together enough to not
You do, actually.
lose myself in it. Yes.
Well, this week I have been... Oh my god. Oh god.
I'm sorry.
I just had the visual of Josh attempting to eat his microphone.
I didn't actually bite it. I just moved like I was going to bite it. It's fine. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite interactions that I've ever heard of between an artist and a fan was Maurice Sendak, author of Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I've probably told you this story before.
I think you have. Yeah.
But there was a child who had read Where the Wild Things Are and loved it so much that he wrote Maurice Sendak a fan letter.
Mm-hmm.
And Maurice Sendak, responded to him.
Yeah.
And wrote back to him. And I don't remember... I don't remember what supposedly the letter said, other than, oh, thank you, I'm so glad you enjoy this book. But this child was so excited to receive anything back from the author of this book that he loved so much, and he needed to be so close to this letter as it existed that he ate the letter in excitement. Just stuffed it and just ate it because he was so excited, which is also... weirdly, I think perfect for a fan of Where the Wild Things Are, right?
Fits the vibe, yeah.
But it's one of those things where, that there are plenty of cute little interactions that happen, and it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, no, it's really cute. We haven't even touched on, little kids seeing Winnie the Pooh at Disney World. There's so much...
Sure.
to kind of get into it further, just like with the celebrities in politics. But yeah, that's a really cute example.
Yeah, because it's just so wholesome.
Yeah.
Did you say crunchy?
I did.
Crunchy, crunchy.
Crunchy, crunchy.
Ah. The crunchy, crunchy. Crunch, crunch.
Crunch, crunch. We do it like, I think every episode, one of us does something like that in the beginning.
Yeah.
So there's just going to be a whole blooper reel that's just us making gross mouth sounds into the mic.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And those sounds.
Yeah, and the moving mic sounds. Yeah.
The moving mic.
But better I do it now than...
No, of course. I would rather. Then in the middle of speaking, just hear the... Oh yeah, while we're, Oh, Jesus.
And the water, and the coffee, and the protein
Everything
drink.
feels dry until I open my mouth and I go...
But it makes that sound because it's dry.
Right. But it's the horrible cross section.
Mm-hmm. Mid.
I like big trees, I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
That should be the mid. No explanation, just that.
What a forest has trees with great round trunks. What a
I
forest
can't
has
wait
trees
for
and great round
our
trunks.
musical break in the Cranberry episode.
Yes.
It's been a hard week, folks. Our brains are not on.
Yeah. All right. Let me just
Excuse me.
Nice. Not that I wouldn't mind becoming part of a hive mind.
Mm.
I think it'd be really interesting to have that kind of telepathic communication network.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of like having my own inside thoughts sometimes. And that feels more difficult with a hive mind. Be cool to experience once, though. Make a good point. Okay. Please ignore my gastrointestinal distress. I'm doing my best. Yeah, most redwoods are within that range of... Please don't die. I can't do this podcast alone.
That's a lie. I think we both probably could do this podcast alone, but it's fine.
You would need an editor.
This is true.
Yes. I could. It would be much more sporadic. And the social media would be
non-existent.
Yes. Anywho.
Ignore my dying. I'm fine.
Where was I?
And yet the redwoods have no taproot.
Yes, thank you. The heart word... But the heart word... The heart word...
Heart wood.
Yes. Anywhere between 1 to 15% of seeds are even viable.
Oh.
So even if they do get in decent soil, many of them simply won't sprout.
The redwoods shoot off planks. We're taking that out, but I couldn't resist saying it.
You sure you want to take that out?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're sure.
We'll put it in the bloopers.
Okay.
We'll make a sticker out of it for my mom, because I'm sure she'll find it humorous.
Oh my gods. Dr. Bees! P-A-N-D-O, P-A-N-D-O, and Pando was his name. Oh. All right.
Yeah, I was going to the hot to go version.
Oh.
P-A-N-D-O. Oh.
Yeah, but there's too few letters for that, but the letters fit perfectly for bingo.
That's true.